Cody, are you really Kevin Feige in disguise?
Yeah, right. He just puts on a hat.
Yeah. Or no, he has that facial shit that they have.
Oh,
Kevin Feige.
Like the Jake FH, I know.
It's Black Widow, you guys, huh?
Yes.
It was a movie.
It was, by all technical accounts, a film.
Yes.
But was
Oh, you guys didn't like it.
I don't want to say I didn't like it. I liked it.
Yeah, well, we'll get into. Well, yeah, I liked it, but that doesn't mean a lot.
Let's
What language are you? Was that Russian?
Yeah, I'm a sleeper agent. A
Oh
widow.
shit, dude!
Oh, Cody is a black widow.
Cody, you would be a terrible sleeper agent.
Yeah, I would tell everybody.
Yeah.
I am so bad at keeping secrets.
Oh, that's awesome. Well, should we smoke about it?
Yeah, let's smoke about it, boys. I'm also, because I have to work in a couple hours, having a brew.
Nice.
Nice.
Responsibilities.
You know me. Dude, do you like my t-shirt?
What is it?
What is that? I
It's
can't
a
tell.
wolf.
Wolf.
Yeah, it's a shirt I got for $5 at Walmart when I
Nice.
was motherfucking Danny McBride's character from Eastbound and Down. I was
Kenny
God,
Powers.
why am I Yes, that's the one.
So that shirt didn't come with the sleeves cut off.
No, I cut the sleeves.
Nice. That's what makes it a cooler shirt. Like if that shirt had sleeves, it wouldn't be as cool.
No.
Definitely not.
Yeah, this shirt was meant to be cut.
Know what else was meant to be cut? Black Widow's ovaries out of her body.
Oh, that's fucked up. Yeah, they went into some gritty detail about their hysterectomy there.
But I mean, okay, let's get into that maybe. I don't know if
All
is
right,
that
yeah,
what
we
we're gonna
definitely
get
are getting into
Yeah.
we're gonna get into that hysterectomy.
All right, well, welcome to another episode of Comics and Chronic, everyone. I am one of your hosts.
Darkest intro of all time.
I'm one of your hosts, Jake FH. As always, my two compadres, Anthony Iannaccio and sleeper agent Cody Walaka Cannon, are in the house.
Oh God, I'm drooling.
Oh, nice.
Jake, I feel like you could do the whole episode in a Russian accent.
Oh shit. Well,
Or I just want to hear you say Cody Walaka Cannon in a Russian accent.
Cody Walaka Cannon.
Nice.
I mean, honestly, like speaking of Russian accents, everyone's was pretty weak.
Everyone's was
For
whack.
sure, for sure.
Not a single person.
Like, dude, even like David Harbour's Russian accent kept going in and out.
Yeah, that was probably the worst and extremely noticeable.
Very, very noticeable.
Yeah.
Like, I didn't mind it. Actually, he was one of my, I liked his character a lot.
Yeah, I loved his character. Okay, but first, let's go back to those hysterectomies.
No, so that's like a scene in the movie where like the Red Guardian and both Black Widows, I mean, not both Black Widows, Natasha and Yelena.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, maybe we shouldn't start there. I feel like we're jumping ahead so
We're
far.
jumping very hard.
Well, I mean,
Well, just to set it up for anyone who has not seen the movie, spoilers. Lots of spoilers.
Oh, yeah, of course.
so many. This entire podcast will be a spoiler.
Yeah, I thought it was cool that it took place after Civil War and in between Infinity War.
Yes.
I thought that was...
Which I didn't know
Same.
going into the
Yeah, I didn't know
movie
that either,
that's where
so
it
I
took
thought that was
place.
sweet.
Yeah, same.
So we could finally find out where she got that sick ass vest.
Yeah. And the blonde hair.
Yeah.
The two-
Did she dye it?
Oh, who knows?
Yeah, you just see that she has a box of hair dye. Like, that explains it.
Dude, so I want to start out just by saying I feel like I probably would have enjoyed this movie much more if it had been made like 5 years ago.
Yes, completely agree. I think she deserved her own movie way before this, and not only deserved, but like, you know, character wise, like why didn't she get her own movie?
Because she's
before
a
this?
woman and Disney is misogynistic and sexist.
Well, yeah, obviously.
We're on to you, Disney.
I also just thought this movie I would have enjoyed it more if it got released during COVID. Like they pushed it back a whole year
Yes.
for us to literally. Honestly, I'll be honest. I watched it at home. I didn't go to.
Okay, I did want to ask you guys, how did you see it? So you watched it at home?
Okay, so I went to the matinee
Nice.
Okay.
So night of?
next morning.
Okay, nice.
Yeah, like Friday morning.
Nice. Yeah, and I want yesterday morning. I want Saturday morning.
I'm glad I did not pay money to see it.
You streamed it? Like you pirated yours?
No, my sister, she got it for her kids, so I was able to watch it on my Disney Plus.
Oh, nice. Oh, so if one account gets, you could just share it across. Oh, that's cool.
I know.
Nice.
Because at first I was pissed because they're charging $29.99 to watch it.
Yeah.
And I was like, well, that doesn't make any sense. But then your boy Luca had a good point. He's like, well, think about it like this. Like, if you're taking your kids, you know, the whole family to the movie theater, that's $15 a person. So it actually is cheaper. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
Plus
it is
snacks
cheaper.
and whatnot.
Right. For me, yesterday, I saw it Saturday morning and I paid like $10 a ticket. So I paid less than I would if I would have ordered it at home.
Same. Yeah, because I went during the matinee. I even got popcorn and a drink.
Ooh.
Well, hold the phone.
Yeah, your boy bald.
Just popcorn and a drink? No candy to go with the popcorn?
If you want me to be honest, I smuggled in some Skittles.
Oh, okay. Nice. Yeah.
Dude, smuggling in
we all
shit
bring in our own candy. Yeah.
Dude, my dad taught me to do that at a very young age, to just bring in candy.
Yeah, same.
So your combo is popcorn and Skittles?
I mean, not always, but sometimes. Yesterday, it was then.
Nice. Jake, what about you? What's your popcorn combo?
I actually have a very strict movie theater snack combination. I don't like popcorn, so I go with Bunch of Crunch and a soda.
Hell yeah. Okay. So
Bunch of Crunch is sick.
Hey, dude,
Bunch of Crunch is my
fire.
go-to candy. Yeah. So Bunch of Crunch and butter popcorn.
Oh.
Best combo.
For me, it's either it's always a cherry Coke. That's my drink, no matter what. I also only drink cherry Coke at the movies for some reason.
Okay.
Cherry Coke, popcorn, buttered popcorn, and I rotate between Bunch of Crunch, Skittles, and Butterfinger Bites.
Butterfinger Bites.
God, I haven't had those.
Okay, I like Butterfingers, but fuck, they get stuck in your teeth all the time. I can't handle it.
So does popcorn, man.
That's true.
You're
not as bad. I feel like I could get the popcorn out with some liquid and just, you know, messing around.
Some liquid. And
what kind of liquid is it?
That's the name of the episode. Some liquid and messing around.
Yes. Dude, that's awesome.
Can you also describe the plot of Black Widow that way? Just some liquid and messing around.
Dude, it was
some red liquid.
Dude, that movie was a hotbed of mediocrity.
Yeah, right. Like it.
I agree.
I'm fine to agree with that because I liked it, but I just liked it. It was okay.
Here's my thing. Another reason I mentioned earlier that I wanted to see it 5 years ago is because at this point, I feel like Marvel's following a very strict formula, just like a very safe, kind of bland formula. And 5 years ago, it might not have felt quite so safe and bland.
I get what you mean.
I also, dude, there were like some real like technical things that rubbed me the wrong way. And I feel like people are going to be like, oh, you're nitpicking. But okay, dude, Black Widow took a hell of a beating. One scene in particular, really, I was like, really? It's when they're in Budapest and she falls off the building. Budapest, whatever. She falls off the building and hits all those things on the way down.
Yeah.
And literally just walks it off by grabbing her ribs. And I was like, okay, first off, that happened to Cap in Civil War. And even he didn't just like walk it off that easily. So it's like, she should have been really fucked up from that.
No, I 1,000% agree with that.
I was like, dude,
even the car crash, same thing
with the car crash. I was like, come on, she's not a super soldier.
Yes, exactly.
She should be fucked up.
Even that fight in Budapest where she and Yelena are fighting.
Yeah.
They're like slamming each other, smashing plates
Into
on each
walls.
other's heads.
They're like picking each other up and slamming them.
Like bouncing off of walls, like hitting door frames with their sides and shit, and then just like glaring at each other. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like,
I get that they could take a beating, but they took a fucking beating.
Yeah, but they did shit that would like fuck up like a super soldier, or you know what I mean? Like one of the stronger Avengers. Like she just walked it off. Like she didn't even have a broken rib or anything. Come on.
Yeah, like I realized that watching it, but then suddenly in my head, like my head cannon turned on. I'm like, I'm sure she has like some Black Widow serum in her body. That explains it. And just stop thinking about it to continue watching.
It's what happens when you have a hysterectomy. You become a much harder person inside.
Yeah. Dude, that was insane. I honestly really liked that because
they actually went there and said something that had like a punch. Same thing with the villain. Like the bad guy was kind of cookie cutter, but you know, he wound up saying it and being about things that the normal MCU villains aren't really about.
Yeah.
Like way more vicious.
But I agree with you, Anthony. They went places, they touched on things that was dark and kind of like important to be touched on.
Yeah, a little deeper than your casual like MCU fare.
Yeah, like I really
100.
felt the whole like for Yelena, the family was real to her, and then it really fucked with her that everyone could just like leave it so easily. I like that a lot. So that was good.
She was an amazing character. I like Yelena
she's
a lot.
Yelena was
very
incredible.
welcomed addition.
Florence Pugh.
Florence Pugh.
Amazing.
She's a hottie
Incredible.
too. She's so hot.
Yeah.
If she's in a movie, if you're trapped in a movie universe with her, as a man, watch out because she's going to have an army of kick-ass women with her and you're done. You're done.
That's true.
Yeah. Basically, I didn't even think about that, but yeah, Midsummer and this, she's like,
and Little Women.
And Little Women.
Oh, I didn't watch Little Women.
But same idea. Like she's just going to have a crew of like badass women behind her and you're just, you won't fuck with her.
Ooh, nice. Dude, who do you think would win in a fight? The Black Widows in the Red Room or Little Women?
Oh, Little Women for sure.
Yeah,
I think
for sure.
Little
The
Women
Little Women
take this
win
one easily.
I mean, Scarlett Jo almost took all of them by herself.
Yeah, true.
Dude, that was actually okay. I gotta admit that fight scene when they all attack her and they beat the shit out of her.
Yeah,
that was actually a really cool fight.
Yep,
super
I thought that was the coolest fight in the movie.
I liked all the fights in the movie. They were good.
Yeah, they were.
Yeah.
They were great.
The fights were all pretty great, but two complaints for me. They didn't let Taskmaster shine enough.
Oh, let's talk about Taskmaster.
Or
I
lack
agree with
thereof.
Ooh.
Yeah.
I mean, dude, there really wasn't any Taskmaster.
Yeah, it was like Terminator burn victim.
Exactly. It really was.
Like, okay, for the story of the movie,
Terminator burn victim. That took a moment. I was like, but damn, it literally was just like a menacing following force, but you never really saw it do anything that cool.
Yeah. And so, okay, so I kind of knew from even like before the not before the trailers. What am I talking about? When I watched the trailers,
scoop on the MCU, huh?
No, I don't have the inside. No, I just didn't think Taskmaster was a guy because they weren't really showing any other male actors in the movie, but there were tons. Like I honestly thought before the movie that the mom, Rachel Weisz, that she was, or what's her name, Melena.
You thought they were Taskmaster,
really?
I thought she was going to be Taskmaster too. Honestly,
I didn't think that.
Yeah. But then once they introduced like the daughter character, I was like, oh, it's got to be her.
I thought Taskmaster was actually going to be revealed to be Mephisto.
The whole time.
Yeah. You like became Charlie from Always Sunny, and you had the conspiracy. You had the chart out in your living room.
Yeah, dude. And I don't even mind the twist, her being a woman and that dude's daughter, but she was.
Yeah.
But just like the Taskmaster was honestly barely in it, and I really feel like he didn't do enough cool shit, or she didn't do enough cool shit to be like, you know what I mean? It was just underwhelming.
It's kind of like my problem also with like the Spider-Man movies, and that the suit does everything. Like I like the idea that Taskmaster kind of has a power to mimic.
Yeah, he can mimic.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, Taskmaster at times has like gone toe to toe with the entire squad of the Avengers.
Right.
And he just like it was just so underwhelming.
Yeah, and also Taskmaster is very like quippy
Mhm.
and not. It's almost
He's
like
not
what they
quiet.
did to
He talks.
right. It's not this bad, but you know how like what they did to Ryan Reynolds' Deadpool in
Oh,
X-Men
yeah,
Origins,
yeah.
where they sew up his mouth.
Yeah.
It's like it's almost that bad. Like Taskmaster should be like, oh hey guys, you know,
Yeah.
it doesn't need to be a guy, but like his whole shtick is that like you give him money, he'll do whatever the fuck you want him to
Yeah,
do.
I almost think it would be cool if he like Taskmaster did speak in this movie and it was a male voice, and then you still reveal it's just like the
Yeah.
helmet changing the voice and it's the girl.
Right. For like a
Yeah.
hot second, I also thought it was the dude that was helping
Oh,
Natasha, you know, find a safe house and whatnot.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was just under such a waste.
Yeah.
I
Snoozeville.
enjoyed it, but like I only just enjoyed it. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
Taskmaster?
No, the movie. Like
Oh, yeah.
Like I like the final fight scene basically where the helicarrier's crashing towards, or the Red Room's crashing towards, you know, land, because there's a comic by Mark Waid and Chris Samney. It's a Black Widow run. It's a 12-issue run, and the first issue, barely any words, barely any text. It's Black Widow escaping from a SHIELD helicarrier and just like jumping out, taking people out, falling to like land, but like doing shit midair. And this movie like captured that so well.
Yeah,
I
that
love
was
that scene.
sick.
Yeah.
That was sick.
that was cool. Her flying through all that shit.
Because like the whole thing about Black Widow also is that like she's like a ballet dancer, you know, like that's part of her character, and the way she fights is extremely graceful to the point where even Yelena's she makes that comment. She's like, when you land, you do that pose, you know, like
Yeah.
what's up with that?
That was a funny scene when she ended up doing the pose and she's like, ugh.
Yeah.
That was hilarious.
That
Yeah.
was cool.
It's cool that they give her like a sense of humor, and you know that's the MCU thing to take a character who would otherwise kind of just be bland and like give them more personality.
Yeah. I liked,
Yeah.
I don't know if you guys, I noticed a lot of, I felt like a lot of movies were, like espionage movies were referenced in this, even just as far as visually. So for me in particular, the fight when her and Yelena first meet up and they fight in that apartment. Have you guys ever seen the first Jason Bourne movie?
Yeah.
Dude, it felt like,
You guys know
it
what
felt like,
happened.
it felt like that scene when he fights that redheaded assassin in that apartment. I thought that was exactly what it was like. There was another scene. I just thought there were like a few spy movies that it borrowed from, and I liked it.
Oh, through the whole thing,
Yeah.
it was very much
Yeah.
like that, and I thought it was so cool.
Yeah, so that part of the cool, like the whole espionage, like super spy thing, I really liked that.
Yeah. Oh, another thing about Taskmaster before I forget, I literally laughed out loud in the movie theaters because Taskmaster's real name is Anthony or Tony, and they call her Antonia.
Yeah.
That made me laugh because I was like, okay, so it is still Taskmaster, but like
Yeah.
Antonia.
But yeah, Taskmaster was cool in theory, but just like not enough cool. They just like didn't show her enough.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They should have made that fight between her and David Harbour way longer.
I
or
agree.
more
Yes.
Way
in-depth.
cooler
Yes.
and way longer. Because honestly, like that was an underwhelming fight to watch.
Yeah, and I like the Red Guardian. I wanted to see him like fight and like
That's
kick
another
ass
thing
more.
is like they throughout the see, I kind of had a beef with Red Guardian because it's like, dude, you see him in the beginning when he lifts that truck out of the way so they can fly the plane out.
yeah,
And I'm like, oh, sweet, this dude's obviously a super soldier. And then like he's
Uh-huh.
arm wrestling in the prison, and like, okay, we get it, he's a super soldier, but that's kind of like it. And like the fact that he's a
Right.
super soldier and he can't punch Taskmaster through like a fucking wall, whereas like Cap would, I don't know. I thought,
Wait, we don't know. They never. Here's the thing, and I'm thinking about this now. They never say that he's a super soldier.
No, they did.
They did.
Yeah.
He's a Russian
Yeah,
super
they said
soldier.
he's a-
Yeah, he said that
Oh.
he's the only Russian.
the only
Oh,
Russian
okay.
super soldier.
So they try to copy the. Oh, okay. Because I was thinking maybe his powers are just like. I guess the MCU doesn't really do that anyway. Like you can't just have powers like that.
Yeah, no.
No, he
was the first
he's
Russian
They
suit.
say he's the first Russian super
Gotcha.
soldier.
Well, I like that he said he met Cap. I want to see that.
But we
I
don't
want to
know.
actually see that.
I thought in that scene we don't know if he's lying or not.
Oh yeah, because he says he met him in the '80s, but Cap
yeah,
was
but
frozen.
Cap was frozen. The guy even said
But
that.
I mean, we know Steve Rogers is doing some time travel shenanigans that we've yet to see,
Hey-o.
right? Or it doesn't have to be Steve Rogers. You know what I mean?
Oh, it could be the
It could
Black
be,
Captain America.
Yeah.
Yeah, it could be, or yeah, it could.
That would be
There's a lot of
cool.
choices, basically. Yeah, but it would be interesting if it was him. But I don't think it would be Isaiah Bradley simply because he was like in the 50s. And like, we know that after that, like, you know,
He went dark.
he wouldn't be. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
I don't know who it would be, but yeah, I would love to see, you know, I like that there's now like suddenly like a more than one Cap throughout time.
Yeah, that is cool.
And that the MCU kind of expands. And also this is like connected to the shows in a cool way, you know?
Yeah, the showing of Valentina at the end was sick.
Yeah, I thought that was cool. And I
post-credit
think
scene.
it only like confirms like, I don't know, I think they're building a Dark Avengers squad.
Yes.
Yeah, for sure.
sure.
Exactly.
Which is pretty sweet, honestly.
Yeah, and apparently, so this movie was supposed to be the first time we see Valentina.
Oh, really?
Oh.
Yeah, but it doesn't matter
It doesn't matter,
because
it works
you
either
know
way.
whether. Yeah, exactly. There's no like which way does it go. But this one makes me see like obviously she has ulterior motives, but in this one she's straight up like, oh, Hawkeye is like the cause of your sister's death, and we know that's not really true. So like, what's going on there?
What do you mean? Well, obviously,
Like Hawkeye-
they're manipulating. They want to get rid of Hawkeye.
Yeah, exactly. But why does she want to get rid of Hawkeye? You know, we don't know that yet.
Because
So that's
Hawkeye
interesting.
knows
Why?
too much. He's been with S.H.I.E.L.D. the longest out of everyone.
Okay, because we know, like Cody, I think you said when we talked about Falcon Winter Soldier that she becomes Madam Hydra, right?
Yeah.
And who do you think they would make Yelena on a Dark Avengers squad? Like, who would she be?
Black Widow.
Oh, she would be a Black Widow?
So in the comics, Yelena's way like more vicious, and she does. They're not sisters, and she does not like Natasha at all. Like she's always trying to kill her, and to the point where they make her like psychotic, and she's on the Thunderbolt, the
Thunderbolts.
yeah. I don't know why I couldn't say the
Blunderbolts.
the blah, blah, blah. But she's on that team, and she kicks ass, but she's not like a hero.
Yeah.
But in this universe, she's way more heroic, and she's just, I want to root for her, and I want her own movie. I want to see where she goes next. I like this character a lot. So I don't know, like, you know, she could join, and even if, what's his name? John Walker's on the Dark Avengers, he killed a guy, so that's fucked up. But we know he's trying to be not an evil person, you know?
Well, that's going to be
I'm not
the
so
thing
hard
about
on
the Dark
John Walker
Avengers.
like you guys are. I see a proud.
just
I see a
murdered a
proud.
dude.
He
It was
murdered a
fine.
terrorist, though. Like, let's be honest. See, you guys would let 9/11 get hijacked and kill us all.
Damn. Jake's views do not express the views of the other hosts of Comics and Chronic. But that's interesting that you just said he killed a terrorist.
He did.
You know,
he
that's
killed a
really
terrorist.
like John Walker's philosophy. Like he's like, you know, I'm killing someone, but I'm doing it to protect the country.
Maybe I just care about Lamar's life more than you did.
Damn. Okay.
Because here on Comics and Chronic, Black Lives Matter, Anthony. So
In this case, Jake's views do express the other views host. The other host views.
But yeah, dude, I don't like. I mean,
You don't like Lamar?
No,
What the
you
fuck?
don't like Black Lives Matter?
No, I don't like. Oh god, I do like that the Dark Avengers are shaping up to be like a gray team. Like they're not necessarily gonna be evil people.
Yeah.
It's not just a bunch of monsters.
Right. They're not necessarily dark. They're just shady.
Yeah.
They're shady.
Shades of 50 Shades of Grey.
Ooh,
Yeah.
50 Shades of Grey Avengers.
Nice. Yeah. Oh.
Did you guys catch that when they were shown like when Natasha and Yelena were younger that they were watching DuckTales?
No, I didn't see that.
I was like, why are they watching DuckTales? What does it mean for the plot? It doesn't mean anything. They're just watching DuckTales.
Wait. Which also means that
DuckTales.
Disney exists in Disney's universe. In the
Oh yeah, of course. They've got it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Disney's of course gonna plug themselves.
Yeah, exactly. They're like, oh, like if you catch it, or maybe subconsciously, everyone's gonna start watching DuckTales.
Dude, speaking of plugging shit, I don't know if you guys, every car in that movie was a BMW.
Oh, for sure.
That's like literally
I didn't
single
notice
one.
anytime
that.
there was a car, I was like BMW, and like my friends were like, "What?" And I was like, "Look at the car." It's like it was just so prominent.
Well, now I know if it helps you survive a car crash like that, I want.
Dude, you never
one.
noticed in like the first, actually in all of them, the Avengers movies, the cars are always an Audi.
Yeah.
I have noticed that. Even Tony Stark, he drives an
Yeah,
Audi,
yeah,
right?
he drives an Audi. So I was like, oh,
Nice.
product
Yeah.
placement.
Yeah, it was for sure.
Yeah.
Every single car. I wonder if Taskmaster's tank was a BMW.
Oh, for sure. Also, okay, so that scene I thought was cool-ish. I thought it was really weird that kind of like all this major shit is going down. Like, where's the military in Budapest? Like, seeing this tank roll through the city streets. Like, you know what I like? I was like,
I was thinking that too.
I was-
Like, where even the cops just be like,
yeah, like, dude, no one was like, and it went on for a while.
Well, it's because what's his name? What's the villain? What was Ray Winston's villain's name? Orlov?
Dimitri, Draco, I
Draco,
don't know.
Dracov,
Draco.
Dreykov.
Jerk
the
off.
jerk off.
Well, whatever his name is, it's because, like he said, he controls everything.
Yeah.
So it was his reason why the
Oh,
cops were not chasing them.
that's probably true.
Oh, yeah. That makes perfect sense.
I mean, he can topple. He ruled the world basically.
Yep.
Which is also
Quietly
another
and
thing. How
alone.
did nobody? You're talking about shield, sword. No one knows who this dude is.
Yeah. I guess they've been busy these last few
That's
years.
true. Well, shield, yeah, I guess was pretty much disassembled after
Right.
Winter Soldier.
Yeah.
Like, it's interesting to think this takes place between Civil and Infinity War because it explains why the Avengers would be nowhere to help her either.
Yeah.
Facts.
Where in the
Yeah.
comics, you're always like, where's everybody? Just fucking help each
Yeah,
other.
right. Like, yeah, but they need their own, solo adventures. Otherwise,
Yeah, I totally get that. I don't really care about that, but I like how it just makes sense in the movie. Like, no one's going to be around to help her.
yeah.
She
Yeah.
has to go help them. She has to go break them out of prison.
The movie had some good like world building shit in the MCU, and just like adding more layers to like the MCU universe.
Yeah, like Ross.
Yeah, exactly. I
Yeah,
like that. Thunderbolt Ross
is in
made
there.
it. Our boy made another
Our
appearance.
boy.
Yep. He's our boy. He's going to be the Red Hulk. We know it.
You think so?
Yeah.
One day, eventually.
And especially because, like you said, the world building, there's just one small line where he's like, she's like, oh, you had another triple bypass or something, which like we know he's just angry then. He's just always fucking like, "Argh."
Yeah, he had another heart attack or another surgery.
Yeah.
Jesus.
So when he becomes the Red Hulk, we're going to be like, yeah.
But also, maybe it's a way to kill him off because William Hurt's getting old.
Yeah, you're
Yeah,
right.
I don't
But
know.
I think he's going to be Red Hulk. If they're bringing Ross back, there's no other. Like, what else are you going to do with Hulk? You already, like, fucked off with Planet Hulk. Like, you can't do that storyline now.
Yeah, Red Hulk is the move.
Why? You guys don't like Red Hulk? You don't think?
Oh, I like Red Hulk. I love Red Hulk. Well, I like Red Hulk as a. I don't really know. I like him as a assistant character, not as a.
Yeah, not
I
the
don't-
main guy.
Yeah, I don't want there to be a Red Hulk movie. I'd be open to a Red Hulk show, but I mostly just want to see him either on the Avengers or like on the Thunderbolts or something like that.
Yeah, because then honestly, when he's Red Hulk, you don't need William Hurt except maybe to do a voice because he usually stays in his Hulk form most of the time.
At all times.
Yeah, which makes him he has all these small things that make him different from like regular Hulk, which I think is cool enough to like warrant his character.
Dude, it would be
Yeah,
sweet if
for
he
sure.
joined like this Dark Avenger squad and he could be their Hulk.
That's
Yeah.
exactly what I think, and he's gonna lead them. I think.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, for sure.
What if it's him and Valentino who are working together to put together this crazy team?
I could totally see that, dude.
Yeah,
I could
because
totally see that.
Thunderbolt's not a dumb character.
Oh no, no,
Right.
It's not like he's a military
He's a
genius.
4-star general, Cody.
Right.
Yeah.
And also, he's the guy in charge of like making sure like he made the Soviet Accords, and that like fucks with the Avengers hard for like the whole fucking rest of the Infinity Saga.
That's true. Yeah. If anything, oh my god, it's Thunderbolt's fault that the Avengers split apart.
Yeah, it is, right?
He used
Yeah,
he
Not
used,
necessarily
he used
evil.
bureaucracy to tear them apart.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he
Oh,
did.
shit.
Yeah, he said, my army can't fight them, missile to, the Hulk or whatever, but I can make them hate each other.
Yes.
And we all know hate is a very powerful weapon.
Yeah. So this is another thing, like sticking with Dark Avengers. So Valentina in Falcon Winter Soldier asked John Walker to like join her squad, whatever she's doing, because something's coming that she's gonna need them soon.
Yeah, she even said
What do you guys think that is?
secret invasion of Skrulls.
Ooh, okay, I could see that.
Yeah, and then maybe, or like, I don't know.
That's
I mean, I think that's like definitely built. We're building to that.
yeah.
But I don't know if that is when the Dark Avengers would come in. I kind of feel like the Dark Avengers, I feel like, okay, so you remember how there were like 2 Avengers, like phase 1 and 2,
Mhm.
but they were all building to phase 3 and 4, which was like the grand finale
Yeah.
of this current run of the Avengers. I feel like the Dark Avengers are just going to be Avengers 1 or Avengers 2 somewhere in there, rather than being like I think the buildup will be the
Oh my God,
Secret
Cody, you're blowing
Wars.
my mind right now. Yes, yes, yes.
You think what? What did you say? What was that last part?
The buildup will be to Secret Wars. So Secret Wars is going to
Ooh.
be the next Infinity War, but they're going to have to do stuff between now and then.
Right. So yeah, if we're thinking about that, holy shit, yeah, it could easily just be Dark Avengers versus Avengers. But by that point, we're gonna have Fantastic Four. By that point, we might have X-Men.
Yeah.
Dude.
Yeah. And then build up to all of that being a Secret Wars at the end.
All the squads versus each other, the multiversal variants.
Cody, are you really Kevin Feige in disguise?
Yeah, right. He just puts on a hat.
Yeah. Or no, he has that facial shit that they have.
Oh,
Kevin Feige.
It makes perfect sense.
Dude, yeah.
Dude, that was a pretty cool game changer.
Oh, when they flip their faces? That was cool. I like that a lot.
Yeah, I liked the whole, like, it felt very heist movie-y.
Yeah.
When they separated, like, when they did that whole flip, and, like, it was like, it felt like a heist movie when, like, everything comes together at the end.
They flipped the script.
Flip the script.
Flipped the motherfucking script.
Oh wait, just to go off topic for 1 second. Kind of. Did you guys see the What If trailer?
Yes.
No.
That looks very cool.
What if Cody did see it?
Somewhere there is a universe where I saw that trailer already.
Yeah. Exactly. I thought that was pretty cool.
Yeah, it looked great.
Dude, yeah, but I haven't I'm not up to date. Didn't they do aren't they getting ready to do a Spider-Man trailer too?
We've been waiting for it.
Yeah, I don't know.
Like, people are wondering why, because by this point you should have come out with the trailer. Okay, so here's what I think. After Loki comes out, we should get a trailer soon.
Yeah.
Because I think something's going to happen at the end of Loki. I don't know what. That's just going to... We already know what WandaVision. We got Wanda and the multiverse. And with this, there's the we know it's leading to Doctor Strange and Spider-Man. So maybe we just can't see a trailer yet because
Is
something
Sam
in Loki...
Raimi directing this one?
No.
Sam
That
Raimi
would
is
be so
directing
cool.
Doctor Strange.
Yeah.
Okay. Even better, honestly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I knew he was doing one of them, but oh man, it's Doctor Strange. That's gonna be sick.
So let me ask then, if you guys are down, what are your Loki season finale predictions or series finale?
Good
I don't know.
question.
Yes.
I mean, the obvious answer is Mephisto, obviously. It's
You think Mephisto's behind it
Of
all?
course.
Yeah.
He's been this
Yeah,
whole
had
time.
to be.
Yeah, this is
Had
Yeah,
to.
he's the time watcher.
Yeah, since the beginning they showed the stained glass window of the devil.
Yeah.
Of
I was
course
like,
it's him.
Jesus.
Dude, Jesus. No, Mephisto.
That would be a cool scene. Like, Jesus Christ. Yo, if Owen Wilson transformed into Mephisto, I'd be like, what?
I hope they don't do something. I don't think they are. I don't think they're going to do
No, that shouldn't
No.
happen. That would be terrible.
I don't know.
That'd be
My
terrible.
predictions. I want to know who's at the end of it. Like, and people.
That's what I'm
the
saying.
theories are like,
You don't think
it-
it's Kang?
I don't know if it's Kang. Honestly, I'm not convinced. Also, like, a lot of people are like, oh, it could just be like another Loki variant, which would honestly,
Right.
if that does happen, I'll be pretty disappointed.
Right,
That
because
would be a really
yeah.
underwhelming. Like, oh, it is just Loki. Like, what? That's
Yeah.
okay.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, like WandaVision, okay, it was Agatha all along.
It was Agatha.
It was a character that we saw, we weren't necessarily guessing it was her doing everything, but we knew she was like not who she was.
Yeah.
This, like Loki is all about deception. So everyone in the TVA is deceiving each other, even Owen Wilson's deceiving Loki, and not necessarily in bad ways, but everyone's just like, hiding things.
Owen Wilson said it itself. There's always a game within a game.
Yeah, exactly. Which at the very beginning, I'll save this for the Loki episode. But what I think it's Kang. I think it's Kang because who else could it be? Could it be Doctor Doom? That would be really
That's
cool
what I
because
thought.
there's a castle.
Exactly. So honestly, I thought that when I saw the castle, and if you actually watch that scene again, there's the castle, and then there's like things like almost like pterodactyls kind of flying around, like off in the distance of the castle. And I was like, oh, that could be Latveria. And I was like, that could totally be Doctor Doom's castle.
But if you said you saw dinosaurs, that makes me think Kang even more, just because like he's like in a place where time doesn't exist. So like you could have dinosaurs and space shit.
I don't know.
I don't think it's Doom for the record. I just think it would be really cool if it was.
I think it's Kang just because he's gonna be the next big bad.
Yeah, exactly. And all this time shit, there's no other villains so, intimately connected with time. Like if
Also, sorry to interrupt, but
Fuck you.
taking it back to what we were talking about earlier, maybe the Kang is what Madam Hydra is building this team. That's what's coming.
Oh,
and
Cody's dropping nuggets of theories.
Cody Feige.
Wait, Cody Feige. Wait, what were you gonna say after Kang? You said because in the multiverse.
Yeah, well, I mean, like Kang in the multiverse, and that's what's her name? L.
Wanda?
Sylvie?
No, the team.
Madam Hydra, or
Valentina.
Yeah, Valentina.
Contessa.
Yeah, maybe
Louis
that's what
Dreyfus.
she's building. Because maybe if she sees, like, maybe she's hoping to use this Dark Avengers to become heroes in, you know what I mean? Aside that way, in the public eye. Because she sees all this multiverse shit building or whatever.
Kind of like how basically she would take Norman Osborn's role that he has in the comics.
Yes.
Wait, but I have a question. How does, let's say, like she does know Kang or something is coming. Does she specifically know Kang is coming, or she just knows something is coming?
I'd say probably more along the lines of something.
But how?
But who knows? What if she's a Skrull?
Yeah, I was going to say, no, it would be cool. See, now it's weird because if Skrulls exist and variants exist, that's confusing.
Skrull variants.
No, but you know what I mean? Like, so you could do a reveal that a character's been a Skrull, but like, what if like Valentina found a variant and she like has it locked up? You know what I mean? Like, this is how I know shit's going. Like maybe she has a low key or something. You know what I mean?
Or maybe even herself.
Ooh, like she found like another, yeah. But then there's also like life model decoys, right? Like, and then there's people that could put masks on of other faces.
Yeah, basically. There's gonna be one scene where like somebody takes off a mask and then turns into a Skrull and then turns into a variant, and then. Or is a variant and then turns into a Skrull.
And then it's just like a projection of something.
It's like Loki's trick.
And then it's just a life model decoy of a projection.
Right. And then Thanos is just using a reality gem.
Oh. So I've kind of been like wondering that, like, especially with this show, like, well, never mind. We're getting crazy off topic, but
yeah. So I was going to say at the end of Black Widow, so now we know that Yelena is going to be targeting Clint, Hawkeye.
Yeah.
And we actually know that they already said from reports that in the Hawkeye TV show that Florence Pugh is in it.
Nice.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Is it the main thing? I don't know. But I like that she's there, and I like that she's going to be back sooner rather than later, because again, Florence Pugh was like the highlight of that movie.
That's true.
Yeah.
For me.
I agree.
Dude, I don't know. There were so many. I thought the character acting, even though David Harbour's accent sucked, I loved his character.
Absolutely.
And I thought he was so fun.
Yeah,
he was
and
cool.
Ridiculous. I like that he was grotesque. And like, they didn't just make him grotesque to be grotesque. He spent like 20 some odd years in prison.
In a gulag.
You know what I mean?
In the gulag.
Yeah.
What Noah was kind of like made me like just like okay, I like the cool beginning part where we get a flashback of Natasha's life, and we find out like they're just a sleeper family in Ohio. But I did not like the montage and the stupid fucking Nirvana cover.
Oh,
like
dude,
that was a bit edgelordy in my opinion.
I liked the montage. I just didn't like the cover.
That's what I mean. Yeah, it was just like
it was edgelordy.
Yeah, it was corny. It was almost like, how like horror movies will often slow down a song and make it like it was like that, but they tried to make it. I don't know. It just
Also,
didn't work.
wasn't that in the 80s? Like, was that song even out in the 80s?
No, that song
Yeah.
came out in like 92.
Exactly. So it's just like, oh, I guess it could have been 92 at that point in the
It could've
montage,
been.
but come on, Black Widow, you're losing some Pesci points for that one.
Yeah.
Ooh.
What did you? So I said I like wish we could have seen more of the Red Guardian and more of Taskmaster. Like that fight had so much potential.
Yeah.
It did.
And I thought the only fight that really they blew out of the water for me, I liked a lot of the earlier fights that were just like kind of little skirmishes. I thought were all really great.
Mm-hmm.
But in the Red Room one, but like that Taskmaster one, they're just like also like Melina or David Hart, somebody should have died. It was another case of like it felt like there were nothing was really at stake.
Yeah, I kind of wanted them to kill off Taskmaster just so someone else could take the armor, like another person in another, of the Black Widows there, anybody else.
Yeah, but that actress is a pretty big actress, or like relatively.
Oh, she is?
Yeah, she's.
Oh, I
she's
didn't
been
know
around
that.
for a minute. That girl.
Yeah.
They should have given her more lines.
They should have
then,
given her
jeez.
lines, period. But
Yeah.
they didn't.
Yeah, she just said, "Is he gone?" at the end. That was annoying too. Like I hate that there was like a magic gas that just I'm a human again.
Yeah.
Like you wouldn't be a fucking monster after being, you know what I mean? Like you would just come out of it and be like, oh, I get what's going on.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I was almost hoping that it was
dumb.
kind of like X-23. She has a trigger scent, and when you activate the trigger scent, like she cannot control what she does and just fucks people up. I kind of wish it was that because it would it would make Yelena more of a threat. Like she's her, they're sisters, but she's at the drop of a hat might fucking like tear your head off.
Well, yeah, they basically made
sick.
it seem like there was like Winter Soldier conditioning where they can.
Yeah, exactly.
But it was.
But Bucky didn't have that.
But it was
gas.
just a pheromone that like allowed them.
Yeah.
That I was like, eh.
I did like the pheromone twist with Ray Winston.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was cool.
Wait.
And then she just breaks her nose.
Her own nose. Yeah.
Yeah, but that was so dumb. That was like the dumbest response. She should have like used her brain to, you know what I mean? Or like maybe just destroyed the machine and not, or you know what I mean? Like done something.
She couldn't like shoot or stab him.
Yeah, like what if she closed her eyes and shot? Like, can that trick her body?
No, I don't think so. She had to break.
Yeah, because that was just like such a dumb fix.
Yeah.
They were just like, like I said, a hotbed of mediocrity. It was like cool and it was fun. It was cool to watch and it was fun, but it wasn't. They put a lot of plot into it, and the whole family. Like they had a lot of really strong points. The family thing was really cool.
Yeah, it was.
You know what I mean?
The supporting cast really just makes the movie what it is.
Yeah,
exactly. And then even the part where they're like, oh, the like you said earlier, Ray Winston's point about how like there's never going to be a lack of girls.
Yeah,
you know what I mean, and stuff like that. Like that was super dark, but like super honest. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. It was crazy and like needed brought up, but I don't know. Like, and for all of their points, there's so many detractions.
Yeah, like I felt like to me, I guess it makes Taskmaster a worse character is that it's just like, oh, you see, it's just a woman being controlled by a man. Like very kind of heavy-handed when the character, like I almost wish like Taskmaster was actually the one in charge. Like whatever Ray Winstone's character was, I wish he was like duped by her, like another twist,
Oh wait, before I forget, I just realized another movie that I thought it drew from. Have you guys ever seen Munich?
Yeah.
Is that with Eric Bana?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So specifically the scene where she actually bombs Dreykov and his daughter, that scene is very much like the scene in Munich where they're about to bomb a terrorist, but his daughter's there.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
So that made me, those two movies came up when I was watching it. I was like, oh, that's cool. Like it was just cool that they definitely borrowed from certain shit.
Yeah, homages. A lot of homages. to 6 spy movies. Even the place, like, there was like what scene the scene when we first see Taskmaster like in action, when ScarJo's like driving across that bridge and then a
Oh,
rocket hits the
yeah.
car
Yeah.
and stuff. Like, I felt like I was like just that image of the bridge in the car and the fog and then a missile out of nowhere. I was like, I can't even think of what, but I was like, I know I've seen like an action or a spy movie like
Yeah.
that. You know what I mean?
I agree. No, it was cool. Like the movie was not bad. It was just kind of like, I don't know. I think you know what it was is I was so hyped for it
Yeah.
after an entire year of delaying it and trailers and then when I watched it, I was like, oh, like this is good. Like it's good.
Yeah, like, I
I
don't-
enjoyed it, but
Yeah, I was gonna ask you guys, like, do you think it was worth the year delay? But it's clear to
no,
all
it
of
was
us
not
it wasn't.
worth the year delay.
No way. Also, I feel like if anything, it was hurt by all these shows coming out because the shows have been doing so well.
Yeah.
And this
Every
was
show
not
has
as
been better
good.
than this so far.
Yeah, great fucking
Yeah.
point. So, like, you go to a movie like Doctor Strange, right? You want to get high for that shit. Like Black
Yes.
Widow's not, like MCU has certain movies where it's not. I don't want to say it's not stoner friendly, but it's just kind of like
Stoner
it's the
friendly.
secret agent, like down to earth kind of shit.
Yeah.
I mean, I like that, but the thing was, it was also like I said, there was no consequences. Like the whole family thing was like really, and I'm not saying that there needs to be.
You
death to
always
be
want families to
consequences.
die. You wanted Cole's family to
Yeah.
die in Mortal Kombat. Cody does not like
Maybe-
families.
Yeah. Oh, and when we talked about Sweet Tooth, which they haven't heard yet, Cody just immediately said, "Yeah, you should kill your hybrid child."
Yeah.
So-
No, I said lobster child. Don't pollute.
Hybrid lobster child. I'm
Hybrid
sorry.
Yes, exactly. Yeah. I have a no crustacean kid.
Crustacean kid.
We're on to you,
Crustacean
Cody.
kid.
No, but yeah, I do. I just felt like there should have been more consequences. Like everyone was just like, sick, this was fun, see you later at the end. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
that's true.
We're gonna leave like peace. And this was
Yeah.
it was good seeing you guys. Like it just felt like all of this deep, heavy stuff and then nothing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And that's what I feel like with every single aspect of the movie. They introduced so many cool ideas, so much potential, and just didn't follow through or deliver with any of it.
Do you think we now live in the world where like Disney is doing that purposely to the point where like, okay, this is not going to happen, but if they wanted to, if people like clamored for it enough, like, oh, it's the Black Widow family MCU Disney Plus series where, you know, like the way you just described the end of the movie is almost like a family sitcom, right? It's just like, whatever, we're gonna go our separate ways. See you, mom and dad. Peace.
I mean, they could. And that's what's a bummer is that like Disney is such a powerhouse and they're profiting off of all of this so much
Yep.
that there's no need for risks.
Yeah, I mean, they're so formulaic that I absolutely agree. Like, WandaVision wasn't a risk, it was just different, you know? Everything's kind of different, but like Loki's like Doctor Who. Like, that's how that feels.
Yeah.
Yeah, Loki's pretty cool.
Falcon Winter Soldier felt like an MCU.
See, Falcon Winter
Movie.
Soldier, I thought it was an espionage.
Yeah, for sure. Like those
Yeah.
it felt like the other especially like, you know, the Winter Soldier type deal where it's like like you said, espionage type movie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So wait.
I don't know. MCU's
Oh wait, what were you gonna say?
MCU's doing I was just gonna say MCU's just doing so many different things, but they are it's weird. Like it is very similar.
Yeah, no, they
Yeah,
all
they're-
each share like a tether of similarity.
Yeah.
Which kind of holds it back, I guess, is what
Really?
is what I'm thinking right now. Yeah.
Oh,
I don't know.
I think so too.
Maybe.
Just because like the small risks they took in Black Widow, if we're even saying that, like we did like it was just a little bit darker. They
Yeah.
were a bit more real.
But they also
you know?
need it, I think, to like be tethered because like, we're like adult comic book nerds, but Disney is a massive company for children.
Right. You're right.
It needs to be able for at least like an 11, 12-year-old to follow.
Right. Because Falcon and
Yeah.
Winter Soldier also had those really real moments.
Exactly.
You know?
So I think there does need to be a little like, not for lack of a better word,
Yeah.
simplicity. You know what I mean?
No, absolutely agree. Yeah.
So,
I'm starting to realize
that's
that
what
more,
I'm thinking.
especially
Because like if you're trying to like you're right. It would be sweet if they went balls to the wall. Like, oh, that was a weird Spike Jonze's MCU movie, but they're not going to do that.
Right,
I mean, you
like
know what?
Edgar
Exactly.
Wright.
Like Edgar Wright was probably trying to do that, and they were like, "No, sorry, we have a marketable product. We need it to, you know what I mean? Like, make sense."
Yeah. But I do think that when they get a great, like, think of like Ryan Coogler who did Black Panther,
The Cougs.
where and he's a great director, but like his vision still, we got it. You know, we still, Wakanda and Black Panther was great MCU world building where it was so different from the other ones.
Yeah.
Like Thor couldn't even touch that.
Yeah.
Thor didn't even get good until the third movie.
That's what I'm saying. Like, exactly. Like, you had Asgard, but they still couldn't do anything with it because it was just random ass directors making these. Then you get Taika Waititi, another person who's like, I have real vision and I have real creative ideas, and you guys.
And who's out there smashing pussy?
Yep. So, like, you. All right. So let's say it, boys. What are we giving? How many Joe Pesci's does Black Widow get?
You guys.
I'm gonna say 4.7.
Whoa,
Ooh,
that's
wow.
way higher than I'm giving
Okay.
it, but okay.
Yeah.
Really?
I'm gonna say 3.8.
Ooh.
Oh shit.
I'm gonna give it an even 3, you guys.
Fair. Like 3 is average, right? So it was
Okay,
an
well
okay
then-
movie.
Out of 6,
Wait,
Joe
so
Pesci?
3 is okay.
Yeah, 3
so-
out of 6 is
Yeah,
average.
but 50% is failing.
No, not in this. Not,
Not
on the
in
Joe
Joe
Pesci
Pesci.
scale.
Not on the
You
Joe
can't
Pesci
fail on
Okay,
it.
that's okay.
I just made that up. You're right,
It's
Cody.
canon.
50%
You're right.
is-
It's canon. The Joe Pesci measuring system is a different kind of system.
Okay, then if that's the case, see, I was just doing it kind of like out of 1 out of 6 and percentages.
Cody, this is
as far as
Joe
a-
Pesci.
Okay, sorry. I retract, and I'll just say, Anthony, Jake, you said
I said 3.
Anthony, you said 3.
But wait, I feel like don't feel like you have to change your
don't
answer
change
just
it.
because
If
we
you
gave
wanna
it
keep it
lower.
at
Well,
Right? We're not trying to.
No, I see 4 point. I felt like I was giving it too much credit, but I also was like, well, 4, that's like a 70 something percent, out of 100. So maybe I'll just drop. I think I'll drop it to like 3.7. It makes me feel way better.
Our scores were like that red serum. It fucked with Cody's score.
Yeah.
He was like, "Huh? What was I thinking?"
I'm gonna give it like, I don't know. I almost want to raise mine to 3.5 Joe Pesci's, but
Nah,
I'll stick to 3. Yeah.
Stay strong.
It just didn't live up to the hype. In all honesty, that's like, if I have to sum it up, like, there were parts that I liked. There were some cool fights, but did it live up?
Would I
to
watch it again? Probably, but not anytime soon.
Yeah, I would watch certain scenes again.
Yeah, no, yeah. I think it was, it's something that I do actually want to rewatch more again because I liked it, and I liked it enough that I do want to revisit the movie for certain things, and I'm sure it'll tie together later, into other MCU things that I'll want to rewatch. But I kind of feel bad in the sense that like every time, like, okay, DC's only tried Wonder Woman and Wonder Woman 84, and now Marvel's got
Birds of Prey.
No,
Birds of Prey.
I'm sorry to interrupt. I just have to say this before I forget it. I did like this movie a lot more than Captain Marvel.
Really?
Right.
Whoa.
Absolutely. And this is what I was trying to build towards, I guess, in the sense that like I don't want to just compare the movies because it's like
other
female-led
female
movies. Right. But there's so few of them, at least in the superhero genre, and especially again with Marvel and DC, like we're just saying. And it's just like, man, like do better, man. Like from Captain Marvel, it's just like, I don't know, it puts everyone in a weird position where you want a movie like that to succeed because you're not making enough of them,
But then it's like, if I don't like it, I don't want people to be like, oh, what, the only female movie you don't like?
Right,
like,
exactly.
No,
and it's just
not
like
a strong movie.
Exactly. And I'm not saying that anyone's accusing anyone of sounding like that. I guess my point is
Anthony of sounding like that.
How dare you?
No, I know you guys hate Captain Marvel. I liked Captain Marvel more than
Black Widow.
Whoa,
I'd say they're pretty close.
That's disgusting.
That's
You're disgusting, bro.
Captain Marvel is like, even if it was a dude, that's just a whack movie.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It ranks really low on me for Marvel's movies.
See, I would rank
it's
it
almost
above.
whack for only one reason only. It has nothing to do with Brie Larson or anything. It has to do with Winter Soldier, when Samuel Jackson's Nick Fury is talking to Robert Redford's character, And he's like, the last time I trusted someone, I lost an eye. And he lifts his eye patch. And then you go to Captain Marvel, and it's the fucking cat who ripped his eye out. And you're just like, oh,
Yeah,
that line kind of means nothing now. Like,
That's
I didn't like
hilarious.
that,
I didn't
yeah.
even think of that.
Yeah.
That's so funny.
I mean, also when it comes to Captain Marvel, I just honestly thought Brie Larson was cardboard. Like, she's just
She
not
was
a
cardboard.
good actress to me.
Yeah.
Like,
See-
and it's weak because I like Scarlett Johansson's fine
I'd rather
actress.
have
I don't think
Florence
she's terrible.
Pugh play Captain Marvel.
Yeah, this is what I'm saying. Florence Pugh is just a great actress, and she took that character and just did something great with it to the point where I'm like, okay, give her a solo movie. Let's do it already.
Yeah.
Because that's just when you're good, you're good. It doesn't matter, man, woman, whatever. Like, it's just like, you know what I mean? Like the scene in Endgame where it's like kind of like the girl. It's so forced, that like girl power moment. Like,
that's what
it
the
shouldn't be
boys makes fun
forced.
of, where it's the whole girls get it done thing.
Yeah. Like, it's so easy to just make an organic story, and it's just like it's almost like they have to force certain things to happen, where it's just like, dude, you have great talent, great, female talent. Just, just
Yeah.
take more chances and just let it be not the MCU. MCU cookie cutter movies are like, oh, I'm going to save the day by fighting. It's like, that's not.
They're doing it
It's just,
wrong because it's like, it's pandering. It's not genuine.
Exactly. It just feels that way too,
Yeah. On that note, should we wrap it up?
Well, guys, if you like this has been another episode. Welcome. Welcome.
Welcome back to another episode.
Yeah. Thanks for listening to another episode. If you like it, click the link to subscribe and tell your homies, and come check us out, bros.
Wait, Cody, do you have any shows coming up?
Oh, fuck. I'm plugging shit.
Yeah.
Hell yeah. Okay. So, I'm going to do a couple open mics in LA. I had some shows lined out. Both of them kind of just like shit out on me.
Hey, I sent you something last night where you could sign up for their open mics and shit.
Yeah, I saw
Nice.
that. I'm going to do it. But yeah, I'm going to do some open mics. So just pay attention to my Instagram and Twitter probably to keep, if you're in LA and you want to catch me. And then at the end of the month, I'm opening for a nationally touring comedian, Rena Calm. She's hilarious. She's incredible.
Nice.
She's like been all over the country multiple times. I've opened for her multiple times. One of the first like nationally touring comics I opened for, and she's so good. So like, she has a book. She's so funny. And then the week after that, I'm featuring Ramon Rivas is hosting, and I'm featuring for Joyelle Nicole Johnson. But yeah, so basically Morgantown, I've got 2 shows, one in June 24th, one August 5th or 1st. And I have more shows other than that, but those are like the only 2 I'm really working hard to promote. I'm probably going to be coming up featuring at a show in Cleveland sometime soon. I'm probably going to be in DC sometime soon. And I'm definitely going to be in New York in the fall.
Hell
so
yeah.
Nice. Keep your eyes peeled for Cody.
Yeah.
And keep your ears peeled for us, because we'll be back with another dank episode.
All right. See you guys next week. We're talking about Loki.
Woo!
Hi, you're listening to Comics and Chronic, and I'm Jacob H.
I'm Cody Cannon.
And I'm Anthony Iannaccio.
And you can tune in every Thursday to hear new episodes of Comics and Chronic.
And make sure to follow us on Instagram and Twitter at Comics and Chronic. That's Comics, the letter N, Chronic.
We'll see you guys next week.
Woo!
Peace.